Welcome back, friends, to another weekly video. We are in the middle of some very difficult economic times, and people are being faced with some very difficult decisions. They're looking around and they're trying to figure out what to do. The real benefit of accounting is that it helps you make decisions in your life. So accountants have huge mountains of data in front of them, and their job is to sift through these financial reports, interpret and communicate this data to the world so that people understand what's going on. This is one of those moments in time when it's more important than ever to understand accounting. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking about a financial metric that nobody knows about. Imagine if I walked into a room full of accountants and I were to ask them, what is the number one most important financial metric? Now, the surprising thing is they would all probably come up with different answers. Here's some of the metrics I think people would say: profit, dividends, return on investment, return on assets, and stock price. These are all very important financial metrics, and if you have a business, you should be tracking all of these very closely. But in my opinion, these are not the most important financial metric you should be tracking. The problem with the first four metrics is that they are all trailing indicators. Accounting in general is historical, so depending on when you publish your financial statements, you could be evaluating these indicators months after the fact. Month-old metrics are not going to be helpful for the decision you have to make today. Now, modern accounting software advertises that they can give you these metrics in real time, but I think you have to be careful here not to minimize the month-end closing accounting process, because there's a lot of manual things that accountants do at the end of every month to change the financial statements to accrual accounting, and this ensures that we have accurate historical financial statements. So I think it's better not to try to change and improve these trailing indicators, but rather come up with a brand new indicator that is a current indicator that provides you with more useful information. Now, stock price is interesting because it is not trailing. It is a forward indicator. It is supposed to be a valuation based on projections of future cash flow. So it's a financial metric based on the future, but we all know stock price can be misleading as well. So stock prices fluctuate wildly. It can be over or undervalued. So you have to be really careful about making decisions based on your current stock price. So what metric would I recommend? I'm going to recommend a metric that nobody knows about. So I've been in accounting a long time, and nobody talks about this except for me. The most important financial metric is the second derivative of the change in net income. In more simpler terms, the acceleration of growth. The most important thing in a business is growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. And we all exist in this ecosystem of an economy. And in this economy, there's areas of growth and areas where we're not growing. And the job of a business is to find a value proposition that capitalizes on that growth. That's what business is all about. So if you're in a business, if you look around and you find those areas of growth in your business and you focus your resources in those areas, you're going to be more successful. And this works because on the scale of the larger economy, you're servicing areas of the economy that are areas of growth. And in the economy, money flows to areas of high productivity. Let me describe this in a more practical way. If you have a good accountant working in your company, it's almost like they can smell money. It's like they're a hunting dog, that they can go out and find the money in your business. Well, what they're doing is they're reviewing financial reports and they're identifying areas of growth in your company and then making decisions to take advantage of those opportunities. So the question is, how do you identify growth? Well, it's not just a change in metrics. It is an acceleration of a change in metrics that is a sign that growth is occurring. Now, fortunately, we know a lot from science on how to calculate acceleration, which is the second derivative in the change of net income. Now, I know this sounds scary. I know it's complicated calculus that they don't even teach in business school, but this is something you can learn. In fact, I've written a whole book about this. It's called On Wolves and Finance, and it's on Amazon. You can purchase it today. But the thing is, you don't even need to read my book. You don't even need to know complex mathematics because the concept behind this is very simple. If you are making decisions in your business, you should be basing it on signs of growth. And then it doesn't matter if your accounting statements are historical because acceleration is a description of an action over time, which you can extrapolate forward to the present moment when you are making your decision. So here we are today. The economy is falling apart and you have to make decisions. So what do? Do you invest your money? Do you save your money? What do you do? Well, first of all, you have to look around at financial markets and decide if prices are reasonable. And we all know prices in financial markets right now are all over the place. But if you do find prices that are reasonable, you have to ask the second question of, is there signs of growth? And I'm making this video today. I'm gonna rant and rave a little bit here. Because I am looking around and this is not what is happening in financial markets. I am seeing a ton of people pour money into stocks for bankrupt companies. This is not putting your money in areas of the economy that are signs of growth. And the economy is eventually going to correct itself. And I think a lot of people are going to get hurt. So the point of this video is very simple. Look for signs of growth. That's what good accountants do. They look for signs of growth because in the overall economy, money will flow to areas of growth. I hope you found this idea helpful as we navigate through these difficult times. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Zach from Wolves in Finance. Let's go out and make some money.